Hey guys, I've had a few questions about what I feed my spiders, so I'm going to show you a little bit of that today. The species of spiders that I have, they both eat fruit flies. The type of fruit flies that I like to use are melanogaster, flightless fruit flies. They're easy to culture, they're easy to handle, they're not going to fly and go all around your house, so you don't have to worry about that. They grow in a cup, and today I'm going to show you how to start culturing and growing your own fruit flies. I have a kit here that I bought from Josh's Frogs. Now you can go ahead and buy the fruit flies already cultured and propagated, and I'll show you some close-ups of what that looks like in a little while. Right here I have the kit so you can grow your own. It's from Josh's Fruit Flies. This is a formula like a culture mix. I think you add boiling water to this. And this is Excelsior, which is like shredded wood. It just provides a place for the flies to crawl around and gives them more surface area in the container while they're living and breeding and reproducing. Also with the kit, you get cups, just plastic cups. They have ventilation at the top. You can clean them out, reuse them. And also, if you buy them already cultured and propagated, they will come to you usually in a container like this. It will have all the mixture in there, and there's already flies regenerating in there. So I'll show you this stuff close up, and we'll also go into the kitchen and make our own culture so we can start growing them. This is actually my first time doing the culture myself. I usually just buy them already done. I haven't had spiders that long, so I haven't needed to start doing my own cultures. So we're gonna do that today, and once we get our culture mix in here and our Excelsior, we'll take some fruit flies from my other mix that I have that are already propagated. We'll put some of the flies in there, and in a couple weeks they'll start regenerating on their own. So I'll show you that all that stuff close up. So here's a close-up shot of the flies when you buy them already cultured and propagated. They'll come to you in a ventilated container like this. And I've had these for a little while, but there's a lot in there. These are the larvae or pupa, I forget, one of those. Hello, 5th grade science class. There they are. And you can see them at the top. Don't want to let them get up. They don't fly, but they can crawl and hop a little bit. In the bottom is their culture, their food source. So what happens is, as they breed in the container, they lay their eggs down here, they grow and start crawling around, and it's the circle of life right here in one little cup. Pretty cool. When I feed these to my spiders, what I should be doing is sticking this in the refrigerator for a few minutes. They get cold, they're less active when they're like that, and you just tap this, get them down to the bottom, open it up, shake a few out. I'm usually too much of a hurry to even put them in the refrigerator. I just open it and move fast. When you buy a culture kit to make your own flies, you'll get a bag like this that has the media in it. I believe you just add boiling water to it. And this is their food source. Then you will get a bag of Excelsior, which is like shredded wood. It just gives the flies some surface area to crawl around. And here's a close-up of the containers. Plastic, ventilated top, has a little filter. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and we're going to mix our new culture up. We'll put a few of these guys in there, give it a couple weeks, and they should be reproducing and regenerating like these guys are. Another thing I want to mention is that a lot of people have recipes for making their own media, and it's really cheap to do that. I just wanted to start with something that was reputable because I trust these guys better than I trust myself to mix any kind of food. So I'm gonna go with this brand, and since I already buy their fruit flies in a cup, they always come when I get the delivery. There's a lot in there, so obviously these guys are doing something right, and they have a good formula. So I want to give it a try before I start experimenting with my own recipes in the kitchen. But if you want to do that and you trust yourself, you can look up recipes and make your own media. Water. Fly stuff. So if you're wondering what this smells like, it actually smells really good, like apple cinnamon. Not too bad. Tempted to try it myself. Some of the flies that I had from a different brand, they just didn't seem to reproduce. Whatever was there, and I never got more out of it. And I guess I used up too many of the flies that were in the container, so there wasn't enough to lay more eggs or whatever, and that was it. That's all I got from them. But Friday evening after work, I'll bring my lunch box home and I'll forget it over the weekend, and all the leftover food that's in there in my lunch box grows a lot of flies over the weekend. So I feel like I was pretty successful at that, growing flies that way, but not with the store-bought ones. Only problem is they fly, so that's kind of hard to contain. But yeah, hopefully this works out better. So this is cooled off to where it won't melt the plastic. It's my dogs. They're fighting over treats, because they all have one. So I'm gonna put this in here. And then I'm going to put a handful of the Excelsior. That's messy. Maybe a little bit more. I'm going to cover this with a paper towel, let it cool off some more, and then I'm going to add my flies in from a culture that I have that's already propagated with lots of flies growing in it. So I'm going to show you a quick update on my Phidippus carneus. This little thing just molted a couple of weeks ago, and looks like it's molting again. It's webbed up in its corner and hasn't come out for a few days. It's not really eating right now. I offer food every now and then. If it doesn't take it, I'll take the food out. But I do mist beside the webbing here with a little bit of water, and it does come out to get a drink every now and then. So yeah, this guy just molted a couple weeks ago and is going through that again. Poor thing. There's a fly that I offered earlier. Doesn't like it's gonna take it, so I'll take that thing out so it doesn't annoy it. Okay. So the culture mixture is in here in the bottom. Have the Excelsior on top of that. I wrote today's date on this. I think they say this is good for 30 days, but honestly, I just use it till it's not good anymore. I don't pay attention to silly things like expiration dates. These are my fruit flies that I already have propagated. They were in the refrigerator for about 10 minutes. It didn't do shit to them. So I'm gonna just try to be fast. So ideally, they say to put 50 to 100 of these guys in here, but I can't count them, so you know, girl, I just do what I gotta do. Just shake a bunch in there. Sure, that looks good. Stay in. So I feel like I got enough in there. Is that 50 to 100 maybe? And I believe these take about 2 weeks to lay eggs, so I don't want to mess with these guys right now. I'm just going to keep using these till this is all used up or whatever. And 2 weeks from now, I'll write the date on there of when I should be able to start using them. If you do it too soon, you'll use what's in there and they won't lay enough eggs to propagate. So yeah, that's the process of culturing your own fruit flies. Wow, I just threw it across the deck. Ugh. I crushed it. I'm really strong. Anyways, that's the process, besides just leave off that part where you crush the container and throw it. You don't have to do that part. Yeah, hopefully I did this right. This is my first go at trying this. And I'll let you know if I have flies in a couple weeks.